Hi everyone. Today we're gonna test the four levels of thinking with Claude Code, where basically we're gonna use the same challenge test um, in four different scenarios, and each scenario is using a very specific command in terms of thinking budget, which is basically allocating more power to Claude Code in order to solve that specific challenge. As you can see here, we have the four instances ready. The first one is the basic approach, and here the keyword is think. So that is the basic level, think. The second level would be think hard. The third level would be think harder. And the final level would be Ultrathink. So these four levels are what we're gonna check today. And let's start with the first one and see the results. So the challenge here is a logical one. If it takes 5 machines 5 minutes to make 5 widgets, how long would it take 100 machines to make 100 widgets? And walk through the reasoning. So let's see the first answer. You can see here all the thinking is taking place with the detailed approach that Claude Code is choosing. Now, let me work through this step by step. Step one, find the rate per machine. 5 machine makes 5 widgets in 5 minutes. This means each machine makes 1 widget in 5 minutes. So that's the rate per machine. Apply this rate to the new scenario. 100 machines, we want to make 100 widgets, etc. So 100 machines will make 100 widgets in 5 minutes. Answer, 5 minutes. Makes sense. Good. Now let's move to the second one with the think hard. Think hard is basically allocating more, I would say, horsepower to Claude Code in order to solve for this one. We're gonna also give it a go, and we're gonna pay attention to the tokens. In this case, we have 800 plus almost 900. And here you can see there's a third step actually. So step one with the basic thinking, find the rate per machine. Step two, apply this rate. Whereas here, step one, determine the rate, apply this rate to the new scenario, and then calculate the time. And comes back to the 5 minutes. So the difference between think and think hard is one extra step. And now we move to the third scenario, which is the think harder. So for think harder, let's see how it goes. And the goal here is to compare each one. As you can see, the answer is 5. And again, here came back to step one and step two, only 2 steps so far. And actually, almost exactly the same as the think scenario, where there is basically no major change except there is one more item in step two. And now we're moving to scenario number 4, which is the Ultrathink. And this is basically the highest budget for thinking for Claude Code, which technically would require most tokens, but in this case, it's less than the 800 that we saw before, again, in 2 steps, and was technically the fastest. And all of these scenario are not using the thinking mode, so directly inputting the commands and prompts. But what you can see here is you have 4 scenarios that you can leverage on your own, depending on the scenario you're working with. From the first one, think, you can push it forward to think hard, think harder, and finally, ultra think. Hope this helpful and see you in the next video.